Satan, with his demons, really aims to make a second ascent to heaven. But, rebuffed by my archangel, he plunges to the earth to defeat God by way of the hearts of his children. For every soul that is lost is a defeat for God. And Satan easily succeeds because the hearts of men no longer have a spiritual flame. They no longer have the life of the Spirit. They are a knot of sin in which the threefold lust which kills the spirit prospers. Yesterday, a review for the film Nefarious came into my YouTube feed, and clips from it were showing the prisoner stating that his and the intention of other demons is to steal souls from God, hurting him that way. And I was subsequently looking for a subject for the next video to put up on YouTube, and I took Maria Valtorta's diaries of 1943, and there was a bookmark sticking out prominently, and I looked at the page. It was from August the 21st, 1943, and it seemed to address this point that is a central point in the film Nefarious. So I shall read from what Jesus says to Maria Valtorta in 1943, August 21st. It is in the context, of course, of the Second World War still raging. Jesus further says, "I told you one day that in this present tragedy, the forces of Satan are already in motion. He has sent his black angels to mobilize the kingdoms of the earth against each other. The supernatural battle has already begun. It exists. It is behind the scenes of the little human battle. Small, not in terms of the extent of its volume, but in terms of the cause. The little human cause is not at all the origin of it. It is not. The true cause, which makes brothers into so many murderous beasts, biting and killing each other, is another. You fight each other with your bodies, but in reality, it is souls that engage in mutual combat. You fight at the command of 4 or 5 powerful men. You think it's that way? No. Only one is the executor of this ruin. One who is on the earth because you want him there, but he is not of this earth. It is Satan that pulls the strings of this slaughter, in which more souls than bodies die. This is one of the initial battles. The kingdom of the Antichrist needs a cement made of blood and hatred to become consolidated. And you, that are no longer able to love, serve him in proper fashion and butcher each other and curse the one who is not to blame for this misfortune of yours. God, who fights with his angels to protect what is his, faith in the hearts of Christians and goodness in the hearts of the good. It is not I who make the selection for the time being. It is you that select yourselves spontaneously. Those who, in spite of the horror, are able to grasp that God remains God, that is, goodness and justice, and that salvation lies in following the law of God, separate themselves from those who deny these truths. The former rise up to meet the light, the others plummet down towards the darkness. Satan, with his demons, really aims to make a second ascent to heaven. But, rebuffed by my archangel, he plunges to the earth to defeat God by way of the hearts of his children. For every soul that is lost is a defeat for God. And Satan easily succeeds because the hearts of men no longer have a spiritual flame. They no longer have the life of the Spirit. They are a knot of sin in which the threefold lust which kills the spirit prospers. Blessed are those who have overcome by virtue of the blood of the Lamb, and have remained and will always remain faithful. Blessed will be those who have rebuffed Satan and his enticements, and have not worried about his apparent triumphs, about the efforts he launches in this hour, which he knows is brief for his kingdom of accursedness, and who remain faithful to Christ and to his church, dismembered by anti-Christian persecution. An unvanquished martyr, like the great martyr, her spouse, Christ crucified, but rising again, more lovely, after apparent death, to enter glorified into heaven, where the true pontiff awaits her to celebrate the wedding. And that's the end of the entry for August 21st, 1943. And we can see the key phrase: Satan gains his victory by way of the hearts of God's children. As Jesus says, for every soul that is lost is a defeat for God. And Satan is successful, as Jesus says. And so it's important that we redouble our efforts in this age which Satan is getting almost complete control of. That we strive to prevent him gaining victory after victory. And that is snatching souls from him so they can be given back to God, to whom they rightfully belong. And that is the duty of Catholics, to evangelize, to spread this one true faith, and to ensure that even if not everybody listens to the message, they hear it. And so nobody can say to a Catholic that you didn't try your best, you didn't do as much as you could to acquaint the human race with the only truth on earth, the only truth that can save them. That is our job in this catastrophic age, which is probably drawing to a close, as we can see perhaps when we look at world affairs.